guys, welcome to the Firearm Patriot channel. I'm Russ, and today I'm going to be taking a look at Rock Island Armory's newest semi-automatic tactical shotgun. It is a box-fed magazine shotgun. It holds 5 rounds in the standard magazine. It comes with 2 of those, and you can get actual 9-round magazine for it too. Now this is a gas-operated shotgun set up on an AR style platform, and so far it's worked really well. So let's go ahead and let's get shooting this thing. As you can see, bolt locks back on the last round. So far I've been very impressed with it. It's just a very well made shotgun. And let's go over here to the bench and talk a little bit more about the features of this VR80 from Rock Island Armory. Okay guys, let's take a little bit closer look at this VR80 from Rock Island Armory. Now it's imported from Turkey from a company called RIA. And that company also has a similar shotgun called the MK12, but it's a little bit different than this one, and this one is specially made for Rock Island Armory. Very impressed with it. Again, it's set up on the AR platform. You have 2 box-fed magazines that will hold 5 rounds. Now they're a little bit larger than an AR-15 magazine, of course, and not nearly the capacity, but you get a probably one of the best defensive weapons at close range that there is, the shotgun, in my opinion. Now we'll go ahead and talk a little bit about this gun. Again, it's going to suggest a retail price on it's going to be $799.99, which is a real deal. If you go and look at similar shotguns, and there are not many like this, only a couple that I can think of, if you can find one, it's going to cost you at the store about $1,000. So this is going to represent a very good value in my opinion. It is gas operated, which helps with taming the recoil, and it's a little heavy. As shotguns are. The shotgun's going to weigh in at 8 pounds 9 ounces empty without a magazine. With a magazine, you're looking at 9 pounds and 4 ounces. A loaded magazine is going to be 9 pounds and 12 ounces, and that doesn't include obviously the Vortex sight that I put on top of it along with the accessory light on it. But the buttstock here is a little bit unusual. It's a little bit different. Now this will accept AR furniture, so you can take this off, put an AR stock on it, and an AR-15 pistol grip. Now something you need to understand on the pistol grip, you don't want to get the beaver tail, just want to get the plain pistol grip, because it doesn't fit exactly right if you get the beaver tail, because this is a little bit different receiver obviously than a standard AR-15 is. But this has a strut right here that connects the pistol grip to the stock, and it does a very good job in stabilizing and making a very solid connection and platform to shoot the gun with. A 12 gauge is has some significant recoil to it, so anything that you can do to tame that, it's very helpful. You also have a significant rubber pad on the back here that works really well. You have a opening here. This will come off. There's a little screw right here, and you can store stuff down here, but it'll also give you access to the bolt that holds the pistol grip on, just like on an AR-15. I did try AR-15 furniture on it. It did work, so just wanted to make sure I could tell you that that was the case. Now the receiver, upper and lower, is aluminum, and you have a selector switch on this side, just like you would on an AR-15. It's also ambidextrous on this particular model. Now I took this one off because I'm a right-hand shooter, and it was bothering me when I would shoot the gun and the recoil would come back and push the selector switch here against my hand. I didn't like that, but it's easy to take off and easy to put back on if you need it. Also here you have your bolt catch. Works just like an AR-15. This bolt does hold open on the last round, which is really nice. Just insert that magazine up there with a loaded magazine, hit the bolt release, and there you're in action again. The charging handle, I really like it. Feels very good in the hand. It's very smooth. One of the smoothest bolt actions I've ever dealt with, and it's just easy to pull back and get into action. I much prefer it over an AR-15 where you're having to come up here and pull the charging handle at the top. I also like the oversized magazine release button. Now these won't release automatically empty, but you push them, pull it out, you're done. You get the next one right back in and you're in the game. So magazine wise, these magazines again hold 5 rounds. They'll either hold 2 3/4 or they'll hold 3 inches shells. That's what this takes. It prefers the 3-inch shells. It does have at least a 50 round break-in period. I've got about 100 rounds in it right now. Only issues I've had early on is I've had 3 failures to feed from the magazines. I think that's one magazine that's not broken yet, but we'll keep working on that as we go on the review to make sure we got a solid, reliable gun. Now, trigger. Your trigger is very much, it's a steel trigger, a military spec trigger. You're going to get a trigger. I've pulled the weight on this, and you're looking at, let me put the selector switch on fire. You're looking at a 7-pound, about 13-ounce trigger from my, see how smooth that bolt is? I mean, it's extremely smooth. Very nice. You have certainly a lot of real estate up here to put accessories on. I have mounted this Vortex Strike Fire 2 up here, and just so happens it witnesses perfectly with the stock sights. Now these are standard AR-15 pop-up sights. You've got a large peep, and then you got a smaller peephole for more accurate shots, and of course it's also adjustable at the front for elevation, and it just pops down as too. But if again, if they're up, you do have, again, co-witnessing. You just have a lot of real estate to put things on. This is also, this handguard here is an M-lock system, so you're going to be able to put additional rails on there very easily. You do have the rails here on the side. As you can see here, I've got this mounted here. This is an old light mini. Also, you have a pretty long rail up here at the top. Now, the barrel itself is 20 inches long. It is a smooth bore chrome lined barrel. It does accept chokes and comes with 3 chokes. A modified, improved, and full choke on there. I have the full choke in it now. And it also has a shrouded barrel, which is interesting. And we'll come back and take that apart and kind of take the gun apart and show you how that works, just so you know. But let's go ahead and shoot a little bit more now so you can see how the gun functions. Okay, let me go ahead and show you how easy it is to load these big rounds in this magazine. Not hard at all. There is a little tip there. When you're loading them in, you're going to catch on that ledge, but just push down on the back of it, and they'll let it slide right on top of it. So not hard to load. Certainly don't need a loader. That's 5. That's pretty easy. I don't know about a 9-round magazine. Let's go ahead and shoot these. These are Fiocchis. Just want to show you that. So we're going to go ahead and shoot the Fiocchis here. We'll move the camera back. Let's see how they function. All right, here's the Fiocchis. Okay, let's put a few of these Winchesters through here to see how it cycles. I've been using Fiocchi. It's been doing pretty good. We've had some failures to feed, always on the last round. So let's go ahead and put a few of these in here, see how it works. Five in this mag. There's only 2 in that one. make sure it locks open. Fully locked open on the last round. Locked open on those last two that we had as well. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and try these Federal heavy loads in here to see how it functions with these loads. So let's go. No problem. Both locked opened up on the last round. That was 9. Let me go ahead and put another one in. Got to load that one. No problem. Again, boats opened up last round. No issues with those heavier loads either. Okay guys, we're back. I told you I would at least partially disassemble the gun so you could see it. I did learn a lot from shooting this gun. I've got 200 rounds through it, everything from light bird shot to heavy turkey loads. And if you ever shot some turkey loads, you know they carry a pretty good punch to them. And it cycled everything fine. We did have some feeding issues, which always seemed to happen at the last round in the magazine. I think that's magazine related, to be honest with you, because it didn't happen any other time, only on that last round. It didn't seem to matter what type of ammo we were using. And it didn't happen all the time, but it happened about 6 times out of 200, which again, probably, to be honest with you, probably need about 500 rounds to break this gun in. The manual says 50, but I've shot another similar type shotgun made by the same manufacturer. In the literature there, they say you have to have 500 rounds to truly break the gun in. So overall, very soft shooting gun. Very impressed with the gas operating system. Just a very smooth shooting firearm. So let's go ahead and take it down. To take it down, first of all, you're going to take the shot do is push down on it and turn it counterclockwise. It's going to screw right off. All right, and there's your shroud. Again, just protects that barrel. It keeps you from getting burned on it if you touch it. Then now, right here is your hand guard. It's got an Allen wrench, or excuse me, an Allen nut right there that you have to take off. So that Allen bolt comes out, which I've already done it just to kind of speed things up, and then the whole hand guard will just slide right off, and this will come out. Okay, so that exposes everything in relationship to the front of the gun. Now all we have to do is push the pins out to take the receiver off. I'll push this bottom pin out here, just kind of show you. Just push it here a little bit to help me. All right, and then it'll just come up. That'll all come out if you want it to, and you know, take the bolt out. Again, it's very similar to an AR-15 inside as well. Take this front pin off, the whole receiver will come up. So let's go ahead and put that back together. But overall, you know, pretty impressive package here for the price. Again, you don't see too many shotguns like that. And you know, it's something I think that's worth considering, worth looking at. There are not too many of them on the market, and I think as a viable self-defense gun, as well as you could use it for a hunting gun as well, it makes a lot of sense to have a shotgun, especially one that's box fed. Again, 5-round magazines are going to come with 2 of those, and you can buy an available 9-round magazine as well. Certainly something that would look certainly something you would look at, particularly on 3-gun, especially if you already run an AR-15, which is what most people do if they don't run the AK. Then everything would be familiar to you, and it may be quicker loading the box magazine than loading each round individually. So with that being said, this is the Firearm Patriot. Till next time, God bless America.